The code calls.
Back in Stillwater, as we're just about ready for kickoff, we take a look at the starting lineups. Each team, 6 of their starters this year played in this game last season.
And that's important because experience matters in these games. A lot of emotions come with games like this. We'll have to look out for Morin in the midfield as well. She's really smart, dynamic. And then Oklahoma State will talk through their lineup as well, but an early start here in Stillwater is to get things going.
Yeah, Oklahoma State immediately advancing the ball up the field. They're going to have to deal with a lot of pressure from Oklahoma. The Sooners really want to get up and press you high, don't they?
Yeah, they just want to disrupt you. I mean, Oklahoma State likes to play the ball on the ground. They like to try to find that rhythm in the midfield, get things going forward. But Oklahoma, very aggressive, high press, and want to make things difficult.
That was Gracie Bint-Boydle that ran that down for Oklahoma State. As we take a quick look at their lineup: Victoria Madison, Emmy Hedden, Caitlin Hoppers, Loudon Wilson, Sonora DeFini, Gracie Bint-Boydle, Bella Parati, Keaton Mitchell, who scored 2 goals in the last game, Addie Lang, Brenna Rowlett, and in the goal for Oklahoma State is Logan Marks. That ball trying to stay in play, but instead turned over to Oklahoma State. Playing it back to the defense. Ahead for Bint-Boydle. Mitchell leaves it back, and that just crosses the line on a run from Emmy Hedden.
She's going to be one to look out for as well. In Oklahoma State's first couple of games, she likes to get high. She can be that extra player in the attack. So this OU defense, who's been pretty organized, but they haven't really been tested yet. They've had some really solid wins. Defensively, they've stayed sharp. So this will be a good battle for them this evening.
Cleared away from the Cowgirl defense. You see that high pressure from Oklahoma. Nip to the near side and just out of play. We saw in the last game for Oklahoma State here at home against Stephen F. Austin a lot of up and down play in the first few minutes of the game. Does a team with a high press lend itself to that a little bit?
It can. I mean, the game can really evolve to be pretty open when you have both teams that like to play that way. I think that's even more heightened with just the bedlam nature of this game. But with how hot it is, it'll be interesting to see how sustainable that intensity can be, especially as the game settles in.
Oklahoma got the win on its home field last year by a score of 4-1. But you mentioned some of the heightened intensity. There were 3 yellow cards in the first half of that game. It took a little while for that contest to settle in. That's over the end line. It'll be a goal kick for the Cowgirls. And now you're going to see that press from Oklahoma. Look, the 2 forwards are up at the top of the 18. What does it take to kind of counteract that kind of pressure?
Really, it just takes a calm breath. I mean, you have to be really intentional about finding your passes. For Oklahoma State, the first couple of games, they've had a good showing for ball retention, possession, and really just trying to stick to the game plan. But the Sooners, really good at what they do. They're successful in doing that, have a lot of athleticism, and already showcasing early on that they're trying to be on the front foot.
Cowboy Marching Band has sent out the drum line for this Bedlam matchup, bringing a little extra energy to Neil Patterson Stadium. That's a dangerous ball into the box, but Morin couldn't get on the end of it. Now another chip in, well wide of goal, and cleared away. Room here for the Sooners. Just outside the 18, it's deflected. Morin wins the battle, and now a slide tackle. But a foul and a free kick just outside the box.
Oklahoma State fans not liking the decision here. I think there's an argument. It was a strong 50-50 battle leading up to this. Hedden and Oklahoma State felt like it was an all-ball tackle. It looked like it was most of the ball, but referee in a good position deemed it unfair.
No yellow card, so just a foul and a free kick for Oklahoma. This is a Sooners squad that averages 5.5 points per game, 6 assists. They've had a couple of goals that have had 2 assisters. This is Caleb to take. Only a 2-player wall here for Oklahoma State. Caleb, right into the feet of the wall. Not sure what she was going for, but I don't think that was the goal. Headed on over the in line, and it'll be a goal kick for Oklahoma State.
You can tell just in these first 5 minutes or so of this game, the emotions that come with the Bedlam game, trying to get stuck in on tackles, trying to really establish yourself on the field early.
That ball won by Oklahoma. Poked free, it'll be a Sooners throw. This is a position Oklahoma State hasn't found itself in much. They've had about 60% of possession in each of their first 2 matches. So the opposition controlling the ball so much is something the Cowgirls are going to have to adjust to.
And that's something that both coaches coming into this game mentioned. They were obviously excited about the Bedlam rivalry and all the things that come with that. But head coach for the Sooners, Matt Mott, especially excited to play the Cowgirls because it's another test to see where you are early in the season.
Cowgirl bench and fans, I think, wanted a foul there as Ben Boydell went down, but instead it's played forward. Morin run down by Ben Boydell. Chipped forward, but out of play. Morin, who was just on the ball there for Oklahoma, got high praise from her coach before the game. Coach Mott called her the best overall soccer player they have, says she's constantly making winning plays.
And that's what really brings a lot of balance to this Sooner team when you have players like her with a strong soccer IQ, the ability to produce game-winning plays, combined with the athleticism that OU brings, really makes them a dangerous team.
Lang dispossessed, and now the Sooners on the run. Very dangerous spot off the left foot. It's just wide.
Great individual effort from Ellie Canty. We'll get another look here at the replay. Just right at the Oklahoma State defense. A bit of skill creates the space for herself. And I believe that one might have kissed the top of the crossbar.
Oklahoma top 10 in the country in shots per game, top 5 in goals scored so far on this young season. A school record 9 goals in the opener against Northwestern State. Oklahoma State with possession in the attacking half for maybe the first time today. Ben Boydell trying to run it down, goes down. She wanted a foul call. Now Oklahoma counterattacking. Right into the feet, though, of Parati. Parati on the cross step. Into the box it goes, and it's loose. Left foot slippage. Still loose in the box, and finally deflected free. What a golden opportunity for Oklahoma State that the Cowgirls just couldn't quite convert. Now it's out of play. It'll be Sooners ball.
Great work from Oklahoma State to keep the play alive as the Sooners try to work their way out of it. They immediately win the ball back. Oklahoma State players making runs, the initial first touch, but the Sooners well defended, just trying to get anything on it to limit a clear-cut opportunity on frame. And the Cowgirls' first real activity in the attacking third.
It looked like DeFeeney's right foot or plant foot might have just gone out from underneath her, trying to poke that ball towards the net. Parati with a chance to get on it here for Oklahoma State. One thing that Coach Carmichael mentioned was needing to maintain some possession against this high-pressure defense. That's a dangerous ball. Knocked free. Oklahoma takes over again. Too heavy of a pass. And now Oklahoma State can counterattack. Long ball forward to Ben Boydell. Mitchell was off the mark there. The turnover has Oklahoma back on the run. Missed with the left foot. It's out of bounds untouched. It'll be a Cowgirl goal kick. Not sure if it's the extra energy, but we've had a couple of players from either side swing and miss early on in this contest.
I think it's exactly the extra energy. I mean, fans out in full force, trying to settle yourself down.
Touch of class there to get inside the defender. And a jersey tug as a foul against Oklahoma State. Already 2 fouls on the Cowgirls, none on the Sooners so far. A lot of chances already, 4 official shots. Oklahoma State probably should have had at least one more shot attempt in that last run on the south end. That found the head of a Sooner, but couldn't get it towards the goal.
You saw a glimpse there of how dangerous the Sooners can be on set pieces. It's something that they are very good at. We talked about how good they are from back to front, quickly, direct, but especially on set pieces, throw-ins, free kicks. Just another weapon they use to score goals.
8 different players have assists for Oklahoma so far this year, so many players are capable of putting service into the box. DeFeeney able to run this one down, tried to play it forward. It's deflected, but it'll be an Oklahoma State throw. How important will it be for DeFeeney and Ben Boydell to be able to hold possession when they get a ball forward like that in this game?
Extremely important. We've already seen so far in this game how crucial possession can be, especially for an Oklahoma State side that likes to maintain the ball. We've seen the Sooners are comfortable going back to front quickly. But from an Oklahoma State standpoint, DeFeeney, Ben Boydell, when they have the ability to hold up play and allow numbers to get into the attack, that's where they're more dangerous. They like to combine, but so far the Sooners have done a nice job of really limiting Oklahoma State from doing that.
Already 12 minutes have gone by in this first half. It's been so action-packed, it seems like it hasn't been that long. This is Dendis. Dispossessed. Ben Boydell pretty deep in her end. Forward to DeFeeney. Quality touch to bring that down. Room over the left side. Oklahoma State on the run. The Oklahoma defense retreating well. Parati lost it. Falls back to Oklahoma State. Boy, there's just really no room for error offensively for Oklahoma State because of the pressure from Oklahoma. Here's Mitchell. Free of Hedden, but it'll be Oklahoma State ball. What'd you see in that run there from Hedden?
Her ability to go forward and just be that extra player, and we've seen the speed that she brings as well, so she's going to be really important, and that's what we've seen early on. Again, with the Sooners and their press, it's forcing players like her to have to stay back a bit. It's in the back of your mind defensively, and it's not allowing her to go as freely. So when she can do that, Oklahoma State likes to get those players out wide and forward, but the Sooners, again, very organized defensively.
This is Parati over the left side, into the 18, knocked free. That'll be a corner for Oklahoma State, the first of the game. The Cowgirls have averaged 10.5 corners per contest. That's 11th in the country, first in the Big 12 through just a couple of games this season. And we've seen a lot of good balls right in front of the goal from these corners from Oklahoma State, although they haven't actually converted off of a corner kick yet.
That's key. I mean, that's something you're creating the chances, doing all the work to get there. So they'll want to convert one here. We've seen already how important set piece opportunities are in this game.
Our head official telling the players in front of the goal to be careful. Too much contact ahead of this corner kick. In swinger, a bit of a line drive is deflected free. And it's a foot race for it over the far side. The Sooners win the race initially, but a good recovery. They'll go all the way back to Logan Marks. Oklahoma State throw. DeFeeney trying to track this one down, gets by the defender. Chipping it in for the right side, nobody there to receive it. A whiff though in the box, and Pirati will have a chance to go track it down. She gets by a defender. In it comes, DeFeeney got it with the head, but it goes sailing out of bounds into the parking lot. A phenomenal look. DeFeeney a little bit slow to get up for Oklahoma State.
Great effort from DeFeeney. We'll get another look here at the replay. Pirati sticking with the play. Great first touch. Completely eliminates the defender. Just fires one in. We've seen what Sonora DeFeeney can do for the Cowgirls. She might want that one back.
Might have been some elbow contact in that play as well. Just a physical play right in front of the goal. We talked with Coach Mott about his defense. He said they haven't really been tested a lot yet. Clearly, they're going to see a little bit more of that tonight here in Stillwater. Ben Boyle tried to send it through to Pirati, who couldn't quite keep it on her feet. A little pressure from Oklahoma State now as it's cleared away and out of play. Both teams have players getting loose on the sideline. The question becomes, who will be the first to make a move off the bench in what's going to be a high energy and still a very warm atmosphere. Temperatures near the triple digits at kickoff. Hedden knocked down from behind. It'll be a free kick for Oklahoma State. Maybe a chance for a long ball into the box here.
And Hedden trying to get forward. And just a strong challenge from Kiefer. Easy call for the referee.
Looking for Ben Boydell. Out of play. Cowgirl throw again. Hedden will take the throw. Clearly going to throw it into the box. Nobody near on the sideline. Mitchell heads it back towards goal. DeFeeney knocks it down. Nobody there for Oklahoma State. It's cleared away. Oklahoma had a chance maybe with Marks off of her line, but unable to get it close to the goal. DeFeeney trying to stay onside and didn't see the ball. A missed opportunity as Loudon Wilson was trying to feed her the pass. And Anna, we talked a little bit about Loudon Wilson before the game. Preseason all-conference selection for Oklahoma State. She's been in the middle of a few things early on here. It seems like if the Cowgirls are going to win this one, she's got to be heavily involved.
And she just needs to continue to build that confidence. She knows what she's capable of for this Cowgirl team, but you can see there when she's face up, her delivery's great. She has really good distribution and the ideas. So when she's able to combine, but right now the Sooners trying to continue to apply that pressure on Oklahoma State's defense.
DeFeeney using the body to defend the ball there, but then unable to poke it away to a teammate. This is Pirati. Now on the run, it's Hoppers. Unable to find Ben Boydell. Well, after Oklahoma had the possession and a flurry of shots really early on, the Cowgirls have settled into the game a little bit.
They have, and that's what they want from a Cowgirl perspective. They want more of the possession. They want kind of that rhythm pace, but the Sooners, you can tell the distribution from back to front.
Good.
Oklahoma keeping this in the box. Dangerous spot, cleared away. It'll be a corner for Oklahoma. I believe that was Mitchell defending that time. This will be the Sooners' first corner of the game. Go ahead, sorry.
No, I think we were probably about to say the same thing. The size from the Sooners as well in the box, something to look out for. Multiple targets here that Oklahoma State will have to be aware of.
As a matter of fact, that's exactly what I was going to say. Is we talked before the game about Oklahoma having a little bit more size than Oklahoma State. When you're defending that in a corner situation like this, what is the key if you know you're undersized there in your matchup?
You have to be tight, but also time your jump. It still matters, even if there's a height difference.
In swinger, right in front of the net, into the mitts of Logan Marks. That one deflected off of a Sooner player. And now a foul against Oklahoma. This has been a pretty physical game. 4 total fouls so far. Nothing that has brought the card out yet from our head official, but he's also had conversations with several players, so we'll see if that comes into play at some point.
I think he's really trying to level set with the players, the expectation, but we've seen a few challenges like that, just coming in strong from behind as both teams trying to hold up play.
Deflected away by Madison. It'll be Oklahoma possession, and the Sooners will make the first substitution of the game. Ariana Ellison will check in. She was a member of the Conference USA All-Freshman team a couple years ago at New Mexico State. Comes from an athletic family, though. Her dad spent 6 years in the major leagues between 4 different teams, most of those with the San Francisco Giants.
And as we've seen substitutes come on for the Sooners, that was something that Oklahoma State's head coach Colin Carmichael mentioned that was really a strength of Oklahoma that they were looking out for. Was it wasn't, 1 or 2 or 3 players really making an impact. You mentioned 8 different players with assists. Well, the Sooners have a lot of depth on the bench that can come in and really continue to instill the game plan, keep the level high. And he felt like that was one of their biggest strengths that they were kind of scouting for ahead of tonight's matchup.
Knocked out of play. Assistant referee said it's going Oklahoma State's direction. DeFeeney, who chipped forward, but Ben Boydell had kind of stopped her run. The timing wasn't quite there. Oklahoma in the box. To the floor to knock it away was Brenna Rowlett. Kept in bounds here. Nice stand correct. Into the corner of the 18. Back out to Dendis. She'll send it in with the left foot. Knocked down in a dangerous spot. Saved by Marks.
It was well worked from the Sooners off of the throw-in. We'll get another look here at the replay, but pay attention to the first touch. I believe it was Kate McAllister right there. Great awareness, waiting for that run from Kayla Kiefer. Not able to get it far enough away from Marks. But great work from the Sooners to create that opportunity.
Again, Kiefer, 4 goals in the opener. Credited with the game winner in that contest as well. Here's a throw deep in Oklahoma territory. We're down to just 20 minutes remaining in what has been an action-packed first half. Rowlett with possession. One of 4 Oklahomans playing for Oklahoma State in this Bedlam matchup. DeFeeney trying to poke it free. Still has a teammate ready, but can't win the battle. Oklahoma with numbers. Top of the box, left foot, out of play.
Kate McAllister has been all over the field in the first half for the Sooners. You saw in the most recent play the layoff pass, and here individual effort, the long range shot, and I believe we will pause for a water break.
Yeah, we're at the first half hydration break. A lot of action, but no goals yet between Oklahoma State and Oklahoma in this 49th Bedlam soccer matchup. Back with a look at head coach Matt Mott in his 4th season at Oklahoma. Had a long, successful run at Ole Miss before he came over to the Sooners. Took him to the NCAA tournament 6 times, and well, he'll be looking to guide Oklahoma back there again this season as they eventually battle their way through SEC play.
And they had a really successful season last year as well. I mean, multiple weeks in the top 25 rankings, creating just national excitement again for the Sooner program. So it'll be fun to see how the Sooners do as well in the SEC. But that was something that I think we alluded to earlier. He was looking forward to playing Oklahoma State. Obviously, the history between the 2 teams, but both Oklahoma State and OU had similar type games to start out the season, so they were really looking forward to the heightened intensity of this game as we get a look at head coach for Oklahoma State, Colin Carmichael, 6-time Big 12 Coach of the Year, multiple NCAA appearances as well, and he's looking to get Oklahoma State really kind of back to those winning ways after a season last year that wasn't, by his own standards, what they want to do, but a lot of exciting new players as well as some key returners where he feels like they have a great opportunity this year to put themselves in a good position.
You have 2 Sooners at the top of the 18, almost standing like wide receivers, ready to go out on a pass route. Forward it goes just over the head of DeFeeney, and it'll be played all the way back to Callie Sullivan, the redshirt freshman keeper out of Norman North High School for the Sooners. Morin has spent time internationally with the Ireland national team in their youth system. Now a ball taken away by Oklahoma State and a chance to get on the run. Ben Boydell near the sideline, couldn't quite control it. Turned right back over to Oklahoma State. Oh, a wide open player on the run. It was Mitchell up the near side, but the pass went a different direction. Missed opportunity for Oklahoma State. Now a deflection. And another. Eventually falls to Oklahoma. Hedden cuts that off. Pressure coming from Oklahoma. The ball cleared away. Mitchell pops it forward. Deflected. Falls right to a Sooner. On the run up the left side. A lot of space.
Go.
To the short corner. Left-footed service goes right across the face of goal. Untouched over the far sideline.
It was excellent delivery. The Sooners just didn't have the numbers on that far side, but well worked from Kayla Kiefer. Yeah, we talked about her goal scoring ability, but you can see there that she can deliver, she can assist, and create chances as well.
Named SEC Offensive Player of the Week for her performance in that season opener. She's been a contributor here early, creating a couple of chances. Sooners have options here. Deflected away. That'll stay in play for Oklahoma. Long ball in towards the box. Morin tried to get to it right on the spot. Instead, it's collected eventually by marks for Oklahoma State. 5 shots for Oklahoma, 2 for Oklahoma State. Only 1 shot combined of the 7 has been on goal. That was for the Sooners. Oh, big contact and a player down. That was Morin that went up to win the challenge for Oklahoma.
Referee just talking to Addie Lang after that last sequence. I think Morin, kind of the combination, she's moving back into Lang, but a little bit extra from Lang, so referee just trying to make players aware.
We've had 5 fouls combined between the 2 teams, and I think that our head official has had a conversation with the offending player on each one of them. Oh, dangerous spot here for Oklahoma. Popped up, and it is a goal. Oklahoma scores and leads here in Bedlam. 2 Cowgirls are down in the box. We'll try to get another look at that in just a moment. Marks got a hand on it, but it sounds like it was just over the line before it happened. It never did reach the back of the net. Oklahoma leads with just about 16 minutes to play here in this first half.
And the Sooners celebrating as they've been continuously applying pressure. Elle Canty, good service, and knocks around. And I believe that was Kate McAllister just asserting herself in with the header. The Cowgirls trying to clear it, just not able to cleanly. And that ball, the full ball, has to cross over the line. AR was in line, in a good position to make that decision.
There was a Cowgirl defender that initially got ahead on that ball and tried to deflect it, but it ended up popping right up towards McAllister, her 2nd goal of the season.
And the Sooners in the first half, I mean, they've been very good and aggressive and creating chances. And you could kind of sense one was coming, and McAllister had been all over the field creating opportunities, and here just really putting herself, willing herself to get her head on the ball with enough power to beat marks.
It was Canty's 2nd assist of the season. Madison was down for Oklahoma State, as well as, I believe, Rowlett.
I believe the referee was just double checking the video review that was a goal.
We didn't have a great angle, but it looked like it got all the way over the line from what I saw as well. And now Oklahoma State needs a response.
Here's another look. Again, the entire ball has to cross over the line. We're not perfectly in line, but you can kind of see, looks like the right call. Yeah.
Some substitutions here for Oklahoma State. Charlene King, who has not scored but had 9 shots in the season opener for Oklahoma State, is entering and immediately trying to chase down a ball that goes out of play. It looks like Victoria Madison has stayed in the game on defense for Oklahoma State, as has Rowlett. So both players, I think, that were involved in that collision are still on the field. Popped ahead towards King, couldn't control it. King using the body to play defense there, and it goes out of bounds for a Cowgirl throw-in. That's knocked into the second row, still Oklahoma State possession. Loudon Wilson through some contact, no foul called. Oklahoma State regathers near midfield. Pirati trying to attack. Knocked away. Who's it going to be? Oklahoma State ball. We talked about Charlene King during the game, a two-time All-American at Jones Community College, or Jones Junior College rather. What does she bring to the table for this Oklahoma State team?
She brings a lot of creativity. I mean, she knows how to score goals no matter what level you're playing at, and she can really bring that additional kind of energy into the attack. You saw just in her first couple minutes trying to be physical, trying to get things going.
Sorry, big contact there.
Yeah, big collision there.
That was Madison that went down. Now here comes Hedden on the attack. Pushing it herself. Now King up the right side. King knocks it into the middle. Deflected free. It'll be an Oklahoma State throw as Hedden lets it go by. Here comes Mitchell. Still in play. Mitchell chips it in. Deflected out. King is down in the box. It looks like it'll be out for an Oklahoma State corner.
Charlene King in her first few minutes on the field, trying to make things happen, getting stuck in tackles, and this is another great opportunity here for Oklahoma State off of a set piece as they can bring more numbers in the attack. We talked about the Sooners and their size. They'll have to defend properly here.
Like Oklahoma State got to it first, but it falls innocently to the turf. Now deflected away. It will be Oklahoma State possession, and we'll have a whole host of substitutions. 4 for Oklahoma. Meanwhile, Emma Jensen checks in for Oklahoma State. We've seen Jensen create some offensive chances for the Cowgirls, but hasn't been able to put one in the back of the net yet this season. Oklahoma, as many flurries as there have been, has only allowed Oklahoma State to take 2 shots so far. Here's a chance as this one falls to Mitchell. Poked ahead. King trying to turn the corner. Deflected and taken away by Oklahoma. Now the Sooners on the run. Long ball forward. Oh, it's missed. The Cowgirl defense able to recover as it's sent away by Hoppers. Oklahoma there to gather. Sooners on the run towards the back post. Too strong for Morin. And it'll run all the way out of play. More substitutions coming here. This time for Oklahoma State, it'll be Jada Mormon checking in. She'll spell Defini. Raquel Mitchell in as well. She'll give Loudon Wilson, excuse me, a break. Sturbins plays it forward for Oklahoma. Into another dangerous area. Left side, saved by Marks, out of play. She just got enough on it to get it outside the post.
Kayla Kiefer with an excellent first touch to set up that play, and then just the individual effort, recognizes the pressure, creates space for herself, and really gets a decent shot. Marks does well to punch that one away.
Kiefer really created a lot of space with just a couple of strides there. She's quick, but also the lengthy stride was able to basically get her around the edge of the defense. Here's a foul, and it'll be a possession for Oklahoma State. Not quite sure what the official saw in there, but whatever it was, it results in Cowgirls getting the ball back. Sooners lead 1-0, 9.5 minutes to play before halftime. And Oklahoma State has had a fair amount of possession, but is being outshot 7-2. How do you try to create a couple more opportunities down this final stretch of the first half?
I think for Oklahoma State, a lot of their possession has just been kind of defensively working the ball around in the midfield, but then it doesn't really come to fruition in that final third. So the Sooners are doing a really good job of just limiting those clear-cut chances going forward, but the Cowgirls are better when they combine. And the Sooners have been really disciplined defensively, just not allowing a lot of that for Oklahoma State.
This will be tracked down by McAllister, the goal scorer for Oklahoma. Head to Kaiser. Now they'll try the right side. Raquel Mitchell defending. Raquel Mitchell commits the foul. Oh, and a yellow card is on its way out. Did you see something in particular there? Because I'll be honest, it feels like there's been harder contact in that foul.
It's interesting. I think some of it comes into play with Mitchell pulling the player back intentionally. I think referees are trying to limit that type of non-soccer play. She knows what she's doing. There's space in behind to limit what would be deemed a promising attack. That's my guess.
Almost like a clear path foul kind of thing.
Right.
Into the box, more contact. Now a foul against Oklahoma, now a yellow card the other way. I believe that yellow card has gone to Kayla Kiefer. Three yellows in this game last season in Norman. 2 so far here.
Watch the bottom left corner of your screen. Yeah, just to shove players getting tangled up. Kiefer, I think, just added a little extra there. As Ellie Jeffroy coming on, I believe, for Oklahoma State.
Jeffroy spent her first year in Norman at Oklahoma. Has been here at Oklahoma State ever since. Headed forward. Return serve from Oklahoma. Poked free. Gathered back in by the Sooners. And Wagner comes back up with it for Oklahoma State. And it'll be an Oklahoma State throw. Aubrey Wagner, who you just saw on the ball for the Cowgirls, has taken 6 shots this year. 5 of them have been on goal, but she's yet to get one in the net. Could that happen this evening in Bedlam? Here's another Oklahoma State throw. It seems like this area here, this kind of final attacking third, is where Oklahoma State has lacked a little bit of possession and being able to maintain the ball.
I think just the mental composure as well when you get that high on the field, trying to make the right decision and get numbers around the ball together, because as we've seen, they can possess from the defensive end, trying to work the ball around into the midfield, and in that final third, just those runs, the combination play haven't come together the way that they would like to.
Knocked free. Stolen away by Oklahoma State. The flag is up. Mormon just offside for the Cowgirls. only was the assistant referee on that, so is my partner up here in the booth. Her hand went up immediately. Boy, this has been, you and I have done 3 of these games together now. This has far and away been the most physical of the 3.
It has. I mean, you knew coming in it was going to be action-packed. The emotions that come with a game like this, and historically these games are always pretty tight. It's rare that we see multiple goal margins between these 2 programs.
Oklahoma State leads the all-time series 32-11 with 5 ties. The Cowgirls 17-3-2 here at home against the Sooners. Oklahoma hasn't won here since 2016. There's an offside the other way, so both teams have had the flag go up against them. 5.5 minutes before halftime. One thing that stands out to me, Anna, as high up as Oklahoma chooses to press, they've also done a nice job preventing break opportunities for Oklahoma State. It's not like the Cowgirls have been able to take advantage of that and catch them out many times.
Yeah, they've played really connected. So I feel like when one player presses, the others go, but they're very comfortable in their system, and that's boded really well for them. I think they know that can be exposed. They recover quickly. The athleticism factor has helped in those situations as well.
Mormon nodded that one forward. It'll be Oklahoma ball. And we'll have a substitution here for the Sooners. Avery Brand, the freshman out of Parker, Colorado, checking in. And she'll relieve the goal scorer, Kate McAllister. That didn't quite come off for Oklahoma State. Went sailing out of play. Oklahoma State trying to counter, but again, Oklahoma is there. Shot forward. It's a one-on-one race, and well defended by Oklahoma State. It'll be another Oklahoma throw.
That's an example for Oklahoma State. When you have possession, you have the ability to pick your head up, find that next pass. Have to take advantage, because the Sooners, as you can see, the aggressive kind of nature of their attack, turning the ball back over again.
Mitchell able to win the battle. Seemed like Raquel Mitchell was at a disadvantage at the beginning of that bout, but she was able to find the space and get possession for the Cowgirls. A little under 3 minutes here in this first half. Cowgirls have not been able to build much in this game. It's been largely just trying to send the ball forward. Here's Wagner. Mitchell up the left. Has support. Near side, Hedden is open, and Oklahoma State able to switch the play. Hedden on the sprint. Hedden wins the race, and then it's knocked away for a throw. Hedden was at least able to force some extra support coming over from the Sooner defense.
Trying to find her way around the outside. But again, the initial pressure from the Sooners, great cover.
Hedden able to track it down, but couldn't chip in anyone. I think she was looking for Mormon there, and it just spun off her foot. was a more promising buildup for Oklahoma State there, just couldn't finish. Chipped forward. That's kept in play by Oklahoma. Not a lot of options here. And now a turnover. Right back to Oklahoma State. 1 minute to play in the half. Sent forward, over the top of the defense. Look out. Cut back in, off the mark. Kennedy Kaiser, freshman out of McAllen, Texas, had a good look at that one. .20 seconds to play. Oklahoma State looking for one more chance. That is it's going to be a throw. Oh, some head contact there for one player for each team. So our officials are going to stop the clock for a moment, have everybody get checked out real quick. Just 11 seconds to play in the half. For Oklahoma, Anna, as we take a look back at this one, a missed opportunity. I mean, I'm sure they feel good about the way they play here in this first half, but they could have very easily been up 2-0 going into the locker room there.
They could. I mean, they've created some really good chances, and especially in games like this, and as the season goes on and you play just higher caliber teams, when you have that wave, you have to take advantage of the goal scoring opportunities.
4, 3, 2, 1.
That'll end the first half of play with Oklahoma on the road, looking for their first win in Stillwater since 2016 and leading 1-0 at the halftime break. It has been a very physical first half of play between the two teams, a combined 8 fouls. 3 times the team has been ruled offside and 2 yellow cards dealt out in the first half as well. But it all adds up to a 1-0 Sooners lead here in Stillwater. We'll have some halftime analysis when we return for you in just a moment. This is the Big 12 on ESPN. Back here in Stillwater, the students back in class and student section in full swing as we head towards the second half. Oklahoma State and Oklahoma. It's the Sooners on top 1-0. And as you might expect, a heavy dose of players from Oklahoma in this matchup today, and you would think that they have expressed to their teammates what this matchup means to them, certainly those that come from out of state.
I would imagine so. I mean, it's definitely personal if you're from Oklahoma. The Sooners have a lot of activity from even local Norman schools as well, kind of coming into the program. So a lot of players involved in this game that are from around here know what this means, and it'll be fun to see how this second half continues to just entertain. It's been a really active first half. I think you said it, we couldn't really even take a breath in the first few minutes of the game just with how high the intensity was.
Well, trips right for Oklahoma. And the player, I guess into Oklahoma State's half of the field, but the Cowgirls win the ball back pretty quickly. You mentioned something down the stretch in that first half that I wonder if we'll see Oklahoma State try to change pretty quickly here in the second half. And that was it was almost like they were too eager to relieve the pressure that Oklahoma was putting forward. As soon as they got their feet on the ball, it seemed like they were sending it right back up the field. Might we see them hold on to that a little bit more in this half? Yeah,
and I think a lot of that too is the first touch away from that pressure to give yourself time to find that pass. But it's so much easier said than done when you're on the field. You have just that constant pressure, and the Sooners do it so well cohesively. They're all over the place, making it really tough to pick your head up and find that pass, and already here applying the pressure with a corner opportunity early.
Oklahoma narrowly missed doubling the lead just before halftime. They'll miss the opportunity here as that service never made it to the front post. Looks like most of the Oklahoma State starters back on the field to start the second half. That would appear to be the case for the Sooners as well. That was Canty winning the battle for Oklahoma and sending a ball over the front of the goal. Just sent out a play. It'll be a throw for Oklahoma. Similar to what we saw in the first half, Oklahoma has come out and been really the aggressor in the second half of play. The Sooners saw the Lions share the possession early on. That's played to the goal, but snagged by Marks. It really took Oklahoma State a few moments to settle into that first half and start applying pressure the other direction. Long ball forward. Nearly fell right to Defini, but it's cleared away. That one won back by Oklahoma State, and they'll play it back to Marks. And just out of the reach of Kalen Hoppers. Oklahoma State just not feeling very connected offensively at the moment. Left back for Campbell. Campbell sends one in, headed away. Falls right to Califf. Trying the left side now, the Sooners. Oh, a dangerous tackle attempt there. Now a deflection. Still in a dangerous spot and knocked away. Long run at the left side for Dindis, who was applying the pressure.
Yeah, great work on that left side. Just the individual effort to try to get around the Oklahoma State defense. Had some contact come in as well, but she does well, keeps her balance, stays on her feet, keeps the play alive. Oklahoma State ultimately able to clear.
A lot of players going to ground there for Oklahoma State inside the penalty area, but they were able to tackle cleanly. Here's another corner for Oklahoma, already their second of the half. And Anna, we heard from Coach Mott before the game about Paige Califf, who we saw come into play in that last play. She's kind of their holding midfielder, and she's done a nice job anytime Oklahoma State has tried to clear, kind of being in the area and trying to keep it in play for Oklahoma. But now an opportunity for Oklahoma State to get on the run. Look at this defensive effort up the near side. Knocked free. Pirati taken down. It'll be an Oklahoma State throw. Colin Carmichael, I think, would like a foul. But how about the recovery effort that time from El Canty? Pinball action. Oklahoma State able to get to it. And now a foul against Pirati of Oklahoma State. I think the Cowgirl bench and the Cowgirl fan base are asking why the contact before didn't lead to a foul.
It's tough, right? I mean, a lot of emotions, as we've talked about in this game, the physicality, just extra scrapping. We've seen calls like that given before. Referee says to play on. Cowgirls don't like this call as well. It's tough. Goes through the player a bit there. Referee's been really busy in this game.
Ben Boydell just sent that away kind of to no man's land. And now the Sooners trying to respond, headed towards goal, but wide left. And it'll be an Oklahoma State goal kick. Oklahoma controls the second touch. On the run again. Right foot. Gathered by Marks. Fairly straightforward for the Cowgirl keeper. DeFeeney trying to pop it forward. Ben Boydell is looking for Mitchell, I believe. Oklahoma deflects it out of play. It's almost hard to remember a time where Oklahoma State has possessed the ball in any sort of space in this game.
And a lot of that's credit to the Sooner defense. I mean, they've stayed really compact, really connected. But Oklahoma State, just kind of that rhythm and confidence that we saw in the last game against SFA, hasn't really come to fruition.
Nice piece of play from Mitchell there to touch it over the top, but then immediately gives it away. That time the first touch was good, the second wasn't. Sent back up towards midfield. Ben Boydell able to grab possession, but now the touch toward DeFeeney is off the mark. That did not come off for the Sooners. Sent out of play. It'll be Oklahoma State possession. Forward up the sideline, out of play. Long throw in toward DeFeeney, over the top of her. Ben Boydell trying to run it down. And it's taken away by Oklahoma State. Perotti taken down. It's a foul. That time, El Canty did get called for the infraction, and Oklahoma State will have a free kick.
There's better energy from Oklahoma State, and it started just from the hustle from Gracie Ben Boydell. I think players fall in behind. Perotti stepping in, drawing the foul. And a great chance here for Oklahoma State off the set piece.
Basically straight away here. Oklahoma able to defend it well. Now tracked down by the Cowgirls all the way back to Marks. Boy, Oklahoma State really not even able to get that anywhere near the goal off of a free kick that was fairly close. Oklahoma has been very sound on the back end in this game. Canty trying to get by the defender and does. Her pass across the front is deflected free. Out of bounds for an Oklahoma throw. Canty's starting to cause some real problems for Oklahoma State up this right side.
She is, and showcasing a bit of her speed there to play the ball around Oklahoma State to herself, trying to get the delivery, earns the throw in here. This is referee out of your shot, trying to calm things down in the penalty area before this is taken.
10 minutes gone by in the second half. That is right in front of the net. And Marks got to it. I believe the Oklahoma bench wanted either a foul or a handball, one of the two. Neither is called, and the Cowgirls trying to counterattack. DeFeeney plays it back. Chipped forward to no one. Perotti. Ben Boydell couldn't get on the end of it. Oklahoma throw. Colin Carmichael looking a little bit frustrated with his offense. They're having a tough time holding on to the ball, and the passing has not been crisp here in this second half. Ben Boydell sends DeFeeney running after it, and the defense has to clear it away this time. A clean tackle from Lacanol, but Oklahoma State inching closer to where they want to be here. DeFeeney gets on it. DeFeeney's shot is blocked. And then a foul against DeFeeney. just outside the 18. That was as close to a shot as Oklahoma State has had in some time, but again, the defense there, this time Lacanal. Loudon Wilson ahead to Ben Boydell. More of a dangerous spot here. Ben Boydell on the sprint, and it's cleared free. Still, Oklahoma State there to clean it up. In towards the middle. It's knocked away from Mitchell. And that was a promising look for Oklahoma State. It just didn't come together.
And this is what you want if you're Oklahoma State trying to work your way back in. Loudon Wilson's first touch away from pressure, gets her head up, finds Ben Boydell running in space. That touch just a bit away from her, but those two combining, Wilson with a touch that gives her the chance to pick her head up. That's where the Sooners have frustrated the Cowgirls, haven't given them really just the opportunity to pick their head up and find those passes. So the Cowgirls needing to create more chances like that to try to find an equalizer.
This half has played out very similar to the first in that Oklahoma was pretty aggressive coming out of the gates, and now the game has settled in a little bit more. But I don't know if I certainly think the Sooners have remained aggressive, but it seems like they're picking their spots maybe a little bit more in the second half.
And the Cowgirls have to chase the game. Being down a goal, they have to take more risks. I think the Sooners not content with the 1-goal lead, but the dynamic there changes a little bit than in the first half.
Sent in. Nobody there on the receiving end for Oklahoma, and the Cowgirl defense just clears it out. Brought in by Campbell. Campbell beats a defender. Campbell pokes it forward, and it's blocked. Eventually knocked out of play. I believe that was Brenna Rowlett with the block that time for Oklahoma State. And a necessary one at that. Head official hollering at an Oklahoma State defender saying, I'm going to call a PK if you keep doing that. I'm not sure exactly what that was. Ball knocked down. And a deflection off of a Cowgirl out of play. It'll be a corner. Seems like the Sooners are just smothering any tiny glimpse of momentum that Oklahoma State has gotten in the second half. You hear the plan there for Oklahoma State. Win the corner and go. Can the Cowgirls mount to counterattack? Oklahoma, 5 corners now in the game, although a couple of the services have kind of come up short. That one towards the front post. Heavy contact and a foul against Oklahoma. That's Pirati who is down for Oklahoma State. And they're going to call the training staff out to her. She's been very active in this game for the Cowgirls.
So it's really strong contact. You see kind of the knee in that midsection there.
You think back to some of the 50-50 balls that Oklahoma State has won. It seems like Pirati's been involved in the majority of those. She's kind of been all over the field in a game that hasn't been overly clinical for Oklahoma State. Her effort has provided some bright spots. Still down inside the 18. A couple of Substitutes getting ready to come on for Oklahoma State. Jada Mormon coming off the bench, as well as Aubrey Wagner. No subs yet for the Sooners as we take a look at what is ahead for Oklahoma. A couple of home dates with Colorado College and Tulsa. Then they go to Tulsa to take on Oral Roberts. And then rounding out that 5-game set there, another Big 12 opponent for Oklahoma and BYU. They'll make the trip up to Provo, Utah for that. I would imagine that'll be a picturesque place to play some soccer. But that's a look at the upcoming non-conference games for Oklahoma. Meanwhile, Anna, for Oklahoma State, you got a big one coming up, another SEC school on the road at Mississippi State, and then back home for several more here in this non-conference schedule.
Yeah, Oklahoma State's home schedule really solid this season. They have a lot of games at home building into that Big 12 schedule. So obviously want to take care of business at home, but they're focused on the game at hand here against Oklahoma, who they haven't lost to at home in nearly 10 years.
So if you're Oklahoma State here, what are you going to have to do to even, just possess the ball consistently in the attacking third, because it's not been there a lot in this half. Well, here's a chance. Mormon can't quite get onto it, but the clearance will give possession to Oklahoma State.
I think you have to remember, 30 minutes or so left in this game. Focused on the first touch, the next pass, and it will continue to build, and you have to believe in your players. Oklahoma State, you've seen the caliber of players that they have that can make a difference, but the Sooners, as we've seen throughout this game, smothering Oklahoma State from a defensive standpoint, making it tough for them to find space.
Feeney had Mormon out in front, elected not to take the pass. Instead, it's Hedden attacking up the right side. Cuts it in. Sends it in with the left foot. Chipped up. Mormon couldn't quite get ahead on it. We have a whistle. And it'll be Oklahoma possession. Perhaps a handball called against Oklahoma State. I missed it in there.
So look back at that last effort. Hedden, good ball in, trying to just put that one over. Easy for Sullivan to bring in.
That was as dangerous of an attack as Oklahoma State has had maybe all evening. Marks will send this forward. A chance for Oklahoma State to get on the end of it. Played forward towards Mormon. Mormon gathers, sends it out to Hedden again. Cowgirls will try this method one more time. Hedden on the attack. Crosses it in. It's parried free. And it was briefly loose before the Oklahoma defense was able to clear it away. Oklahoma now on the counter attack. 3-on-4. There's lots of space here. Sooners still with it. Long run across the field, and now a slip. Oh, a deflection into a dangerous spot for the Sooners. Hedden defending, but now on the attack again. It's 1-on-4 at the moment, but the defender goes down, chipped into the box, and it's deflected free. The Sooners want a handball. Our head official saying no, but the Sooners would like to have that looked at again. Well, that was about a 1-on-5 break that turned into a 3-on-3 out of nowhere.
Get a look at those last couple minutes of activity, starting with the Oklahoma State chance. Trying to get around the outside, good delivery. Sullivan spills it, but Oklahoma State not able to capitalize there. And then on the other end, great work from Fultz. Dangerous ball in. The Sooners pleading their case for a handball. It looks like the referee might take a second look at this. Coaches do have the option to challenge as well.
And I think that is what had happened. The whole Oklahoma bench was doing the replay please sign, essentially. I'm not seeing anything there that would lead me to believe this would be overturned.
I think important in these moments is the arm in an unnatural position when the ball hits the body, away from the frame.
I'm not entirely confident it ever even hit a limb. I think it might have hit right across the collarbone, basically. Our official is on his way back out. Would be a penalty kick if it goes against Oklahoma State. But the call stands. It will be Oklahoma possession, but no handball. Oklahoma has missed a couple of chances to double its lead. One late in the first half, one early in this half, and then that one there. It'll be another corner for the Sooners. We talked about the size of Oklahoma. They've got good speed as well. Oh, very dangerous all the way across the goal. Untouched, clear towards the opposite end, and then out of play.
Really good delivery from the Sooners on that in-swinging corner. I don't know how that ball makes it all the way through the back post. Cowgirls fortunate. Sooners not able to connect with that one.
Oklahoma State looking to maybe get a goal against the run of play, but right now it's the Sooners who have been pressing for a second, and there's a foul. That cannot be more than about 28 or so yards from the face of the goal. We'll see what Oklahoma comes up with for a set piece here.
This is where later in the game, fatigue starts to set in. The Sooners are moving quickly, have to be mindful of going in for those challenges, as Oklahoma has been consistently delivering dangerous balls in the box off of these set piece opportunities.
Four-player wall for Oklahoma State. Fired right into said wall, right into the knees again. That's two times that an Oklahoma free kick has basically just gone into the feet of the wall. That's cleared away from the Cowgirl defense. Still in play, and Oklahoma State comes up with possession ahead to Mormon. Mormon turning, looking, sending it to the near side. A little bit of a heavy touch, and it's taken away by Oklahoma.
Since Mormon has come into the game for Oklahoma State, she's been a bright spot, holding up play, trying to get numbers forward, but the Sooners back on the other end, again with their pace.
Fultz, the transfer from Arizona, creating space in the box. Oh, and a nice ball right into the middle, but cleared away. Deflection off of whom? It'll be an Oklahoma corner again. Fultz is someone we haven't talked about a ton tonight, but she played in 37 matches and had 25 starts in her career at Arizona. Was on the SEC preseason watch list this year and was the 2023 Oklahoma Gatorade Player of the Year out of Norman North High School. Very, very capable scorer. It'll be Dendis to take the shot, the corner that is, excuse me. Cleared free. Everyone fanning out. Foul called against Oklahoma State and Aubrey Wagner.
The Cowgirl bench didn't agree with this call, but Wagner comes in, gets the ball, but referee just deems it a bit too strong.
Then just swings one in. Oh, the Her teammate wasn't looking for the ball, or that could have been really big trouble for Oklahoma State. It falls all the way to Marks. Something was off timing-wise on that set piece there for Oklahoma. Mormon gets a deflection, now trying to run it down at the edge of the box, and it's cleared away. Oklahoma State has not gotten many bounces in this game, and they nearly got a big one there. Jeff Roy will check in for Oklahoma State. A few different players entering the contest here for the Cowgirls.
To get a look at Mormon for Oklahoma State, who just had that last effort. She's done a nice job holding up play, trying to link up Cowgirls in the attack. They haven't had much of that, but she's brought something new to this offense to try to allow players to get involved.
Mormon fighting for possession there as well, and it will be an Oklahoma State ball. 22 minutes to go. Hydration break coming up sometime in the next few minutes. Hoppers just launches the ball in towards the area. Now that's deflected away, out of bounds off of Jensen. And the Sooners will bring in substitutions now. It's a couple starters coming back in. Sophie Morin, as well as El Canty. If you're Oklahoma State here, how much pressure can you try to apply with Oklahoma throwing it in deep in their own end here?
And you have to stay touch tight, try to squeeze them in, not allow them to get out, because it gives you an opportunity to give players forward, but the Sooners doing a nice job of getting out of that pressure.
Canty just off the bench, immediately supplying a run, but it's deflected free, and now just poked forward. And that felt like an opportunity for Oklahoma State to try to maintain possession there and build something, and they couldn't do it.
And it's easy, I mean, the sense of urgency for the Cowgirls to go forward, to find that next goal, but really have to stay mentally composed, find that next pass. That's where their strengths are, and the Sooners right now have just been instilling their style of play.
Sent right in front of the goal, and the Sooners double up the lead.
Kennedy Kaiser on the end of that for the Sooners. And what a great second goal. We were just talking about how they've really imposed their style on this Oklahoma State team. Kayla Kiefer again creating, contributing with the assist. Defensive breakdown from Oklahoma State as Kaiser finds herself alone. And she's not going to miss from that distance.
And there were three players to be defended by one there, really. And for Logan Marks, absolutely no chance in goal there.
The Sooners doubling up their lead here in Stillwater. They hadn't won in Stillwater in nearly 10 years. And looking to be in a good position as Kaiser finds the back of the net for the second time this season.
Multiple goals in every game this year so far for Oklahoma. 20 minutes, 15 seconds remaining after the hydration break. Back to finish up Bedlam in a moment. Back in Stillwater, 2-0 now Oklahoma, as Oklahoma State immediately sends the ball forward. And it'll be out of play for a Sooner throw-in. Kaiser, the goal scorer. Kiefer, who scored 4 in the opener for Oklahoma with her first assist of the season. And Oklahoma, who has really smothered Oklahoma State all evening with his pressure, has a 2-goal lead with just 20 minutes to go. Cowgirls trying to make something here. Heading over the right side. Cutting it in this time. Left foot. Off the mark left. talking to Coach Carmichael before the game, and he talked about how he felt like passing was the strength of this team, and they needed to execute that against the pressure tonight from Oklahoma. And it feels like they've come up lacking in that category, certainly in some key times.
And coming into this game, I mean, both coaches knew that they had different styles, and you come out and you work on kind of yourself, your identity for the season. You have to adjust to the opponent a little bit, but it's still early on where both coaches were really confident in imposing their style of play, and the Sooners tonight have really done just that.
Kiefer again inside the box in a dangerous spot. Couldn't be knocked off the ball. Tries with the left foot, and it's out of play. It was not deflected. It'll be a goal kick here for Oklahoma State. A look at what's at stake over the last 18 minutes here. Oklahoma again trying to win in Stillwater for the first time in a decade. 8 straight home wins on the line for Oklahoma State. And for Coach Mott's side, they're also trying to continue what has been a trend of hot starts every season under him as the head coach. They've won at least 3 games in a row, with the exception of 2 years ago. They won 7 of their first 8. That only loss of those 8 was here in Stillwater to Oklahoma State. So they have trended really well early on in seasons under Coach Mott, and they're trying to do something they haven't done in a long time with that here.
And both coaches admittedly coming into this game, I mean, it's early to have a Bedlam rivalry. You're still trying to, figure out the strengths of your team, establish some sort of rhythm. As a foul whistled in the penalty area. But what's also at stake here, I mean, both these teams, I imagine, you go on to 2 really competitive conferences, play good teams. RPI comes into play, strength of schedule. So this game can be, important from that aspect as well, because if you're the Sooners and you win this game, go on to win this game, you want Oklahoma State to have a good season to help kind of amplify their schedule. And from an Oklahoma State standpoint, obviously they're looking for a response here, but a lot at stake from that perspective as well.
Tough thing for the Cowgirls, they came into this second half knowing they needed at least 1 goal. They actually have achieved fewer shots in the second half than they did in the first. 2 shots in the first half, only 1 here in the second half. And a lot of that is a testament to how committed Oklahoma has been to maintaining that high press. Just because they've gone up now a couple of goals doesn't mean they've pulled back on that pressure. King and Jensen checking out for Oklahoma State. Colin Carmichael trying to get some fresh legs into the game. Part of this pressure, and a lot of the passes from Oklahoma, like that one, that have been sent forward kind of into the final third area, maybe not right in front of goal, but into that final third, they've mostly been on the mark enough to where it's forced Oklahoma State's defense to just clear the ball free as opposed to get possession and try to work and build from the back.
Right. It's not always that first ball that you have to connect perfectly, but the second one, or forcing the mistake, forcing the error. I think the way that they've applied that pressure kind of as a unit, you can tell it's very organized, and the Cowgirls just have not had a response to be able to put something together enough to get in the attacking third.
Intercepted by Oklahoma again. Just more than 15 minutes to play. Allie Guthrie. Check that. Ariana Ellison. It'll be Ellison with the throw here. Defini fouled. It looked for a moment like Oklahoma State might try to take it quickly. There they go. Mitchell in the middle. Plays it forward, Ben Boydell. Trying to break free from the defender. Ben Boydell splitting defenders, and then it's deflected away. And a foul. Loudon Wilson able to get her body in between the Oklahoma player and the ball and earn the foul and the free kick. Finally saw some of that speed from Ben Boydell there, able to put a little pressure on the Oklahoma defense.
Ben Boydell just trying to take ownership of the ball when she can to create something. Loudon Wilson drawing the foul. Key opportunity here for the Cowgirls, not only on the initial delivery, but on that second ball.
Sent forward. Cleared back out towards midfield. On the run, Loudon Wilson plays it forward. Ben Boydell. Ben Boydell taken down, but no foul call. It's out of play for an Oklahoma State corner, however.
When Loudon Wilson's involved, good things happen, and her delivery is excellent. You see the run from Ben Boydell. It's a 50-50 challenge. It's going to be tough for the referee to call that as a penalty. Cowgirls didn't like it. There was a slight tug of the jersey.
I think we may be heading to a video review here to see if that might be a penalty kick.
On the inside there, on that last angle, there was a tug of the shirt. It'll be interesting to see how the referee views this.
Remember, the call on the field was not a foul, so they would need sufficient evidence to overturn it.
It's hard from our angle. You can't really see what's going on between those two players running onto the ball. But what I see in that last kind of pull leading up to that might be something there. We've seen them given, we've seen them not.
It'll be a corner for Oklahoma State, so the play stance is called on the field. Now, Cowgirls had 3 corners in the first half. This is their first in the second half, if memory serves. Can they make some magic off of this corner and give themselves 13 minutes and change to try to equalize? A couple of substitutions here for Oklahoma, including some height. Brenna Hallam, the freshman out of Colorado Springs at 5'10", in to help defend this corner. Colin Carmichael directing traffic as his squad gets ready to take the corner kick. Good service in, headed towards goal. It's still loose, and it's kicked away by Oklahoma. Shot right back in there and deflected out for another corner.
A bit of momentum for Oklahoma State. That one knocks into a dangerous area, just not able to get it cleanly. Sooners clear it away. We'll get another look here on the replay. That corner just right on top of everything. Sullivan loses it, but the Cowgirls not able to put it cleanly on frame, but earn another corner kick opportunity.
Jeffroy was there and just couldn't quite get a leg free to poke at it. Another good ball in. That's punched away towards the backside. Heading trying to run it down. It's cleared away. It'll be an Oklahoma State throw.
Solid goalkeeping from redshirt freshman Callie Sullivan to punch that away.
Into the middle, held up by Oklahoma State. Oh, there was help on the near side, but it was turned back away. And now taken away by Oklahoma. Madison back to get it for the Cowgirls. Sends it up the sideline, kept in by Wilson. Wilson trying to send it forward. And perhaps a smart play there by the defender Lacanol to just send it out of play. Oklahoma State takes it quickly. Defini Back in towards the middle. Pirani sends it in. Loose on the floor. Still loose. Sent on goal. Deflected free. And kicked out for a throw.
Wilson just trying to will her way through the traffic from the Sooners. As the Cowgirls here with a bit more life in the attacking third.
That one stuck by Ben Boydell and is sent all the way back to be gathered by Madison again. Oklahoma State suddenly seeing more of the ball, but still searching for its first shot on goal in this game. Nobody there to receive that one. That ball took 3 headers before it finally fell back to the earth. Cleared away for an Oklahoma possession. Claire Curran checking in, the senior out of San Diego, transferred in from Colorado. As well as Kayla Kiefer re-entering the game for Oklahoma. Clock stopped for the substitution briefly, but 10:45 remaining. Kind of takes away some of the gamesmanship you see in the professional game with substitutions late with the clock running. Another chance on the attack for Oklahoma, but it's deflected and cleared away. Well defended that time, I believe, from Jeff Roy for Oklahoma State. Chance to run here. Numbers for Oklahoma State off the errant pass. And now stolen right back away. Splitting 2 defenders and running up the near side is Ellison. Ellison sends it into the box. It's cleared away. Out for an Oklahoma corner. Ellison just came all the way up from behind both of those Cowgirl players and took the ball away. Yeah, a bit of hesitation between the Cowgirls there. Who is checking in? Ellison takes full advantage. And now another Sooner corner kick upcoming. Ellison will check out, getting a breather. Sturbins into the game for Oklahoma. Corner knocked down. Deflected free. Can Oklahoma add a third? Dinda sends it in, deflected towards goal, but just off the mark. The Sooners again, Dinda's great delivery in the box with pace. Trying to redirect that one back on frame. Cowgirls fortunate it's not on goal. Oklahoma State has finally managed some shots here in the second half, but still nothing on goal for the Cowgirls. That's going to have to change in a hurry, or the streak of 7 consecutive home Bedlam wins will be over. Oklahoma on the counterattack again. Up the left side, nothing there, well defended. Cross into the box, headed free. And Ben Boydell just clears it away. Oklahoma does the same. It'll be a Cowgirl throw. An effort play won by Oklahoma. Now knocked out of play. It'll be Oklahoma State ball. Defini. Pirani now sent forward towards Ben Boydell. Oklahoma State really having to chase the game, chase possession, down 2 goals here late, and Oklahoma seemingly taking full advantage, Anna. It's that ball in. Sooners playing just with a lot of confidence, but they've
continue to keep their foot on the gas. They've made it really difficult for the Cowgirls to stay connected as well, from defense, midfield to forward. The Sooners kind of breaking up play anytime the Cowgirls have possession.
That was put right on top of the 6-yard box. Now they'll chip it back in again. Oh, big contact. No foul call, and gathered in by Logan Marks. Oklahoma State suddenly finds itself with numbers, and that'll be a free kick. The touch snuck past the defender, and there was a collision. And we'll have a stoppage. Still trying to figure out which player is down.
I believe it's Loudon Wilson. And in the midfield, she found herself with a bit of space, trying to go 1v1, draws the contact, but just slow to get up. Got the air knocked out of her.
And what can Oklahoma State make from this free kick? And Wilson, you can see, kind of tapping the chest there, trying to recatch her breath. I mean, at such a straightaway angle, this feels like a difficult spot in some ways.
It is. It's too far out to go straight on frame. Might see something.
Chipped over towards the left side. Mitchell running for it and commits a foul in the process. Mitchell was the 2-goal scorer in the Cowgirls' first win of the season against Stephen F. Austin. And so interesting, they tried to isolate Mitchell that time and see if she could win the race, essentially.
Not a bad tactic, but the Sooners well defended.
There are very few moments in this game that you can look at and say they weren't pretty well defended by Oklahoma. They've been very good on both ends, and for Coach Matt Mott, who wanted his defense to get tested a little more in this game, felt like that hadn't really happened yet this year. They've been up to the task. Just over 6 minutes to play. That ball falls into no man's land a little bit. Pirati able to get to it. Trying to weave through several defenders, but eventually had to kick it away. That had some wacky spin on it. The ball really has just been flailing in the middle of the field for several moments here. And now we have a yellow card against Oklahoma. They're going to get Kennedy Kaiser with it, I believe, who also has a goal earlier in the game.
Get another look here at the replay, but that ball just kind of floating in the midfield. We've seen stronger challenges in this game.
Yeah, maybe a little surprised, at least from my end, to see the card come out there, but we're back in play. Oklahoma continues to lead 2-0. Now we'll have another card immediately coming out for Shirlene King. If memory serves, she picked one up in the last contest for Oklahoma State as well.
Here's another look at that last challenge, and on the other end, King coming in. It's a definite foul. Late, doesn't get the ball. Going through the player. Easy call for the referee.
Yeah, that one definitely had even heavier contact. 5:20 in Oklahoma State. You're down to, it's late in the contest. It's, again, was roughly 100 degrees at kick time. So the odds kind of stacked against the Cowgirls trying to mount any sort of a comeback here. That's out of play. It'll be an Oklahoma throw.
Now if you're the Sooners, it's more so about game management, kind of taking your time, continuing to try to, frustrate breakup play, because they'll definitely want to maintain the clean sheet, as we've talked about how solid their defense has been all evening.
The Sooners are yet to allow a goal this season. And they've been impressive on both ends of the field tonight. Remember that those 9 goals that were a school record against Northwestern State to open the season. Northwestern State last year won double-digit games. They were a top 25 team in terms of goals allowed per contest last year. So it's not as if the Northwestern State Demons have been just a slouch by any means over the last couple of seasons. So to put up 9 against that team is pretty impressive.
To put up 9 on any team, really. I mean, it's hard to convert and be clinical in front of goal when you want to, and the Sooners kind of firing on all cylinders from that perspective. They've been productive when they've been in front of goal. They've had a few opportunities to add to the tally.
Oklahoma State needs 2. Is running out of time. Ben Boydell plays it back. That one sent forward but stolen away. And now Oklahoma is in a position where once they get possession, they can kind of just send long balls forward and kill time and hope that somebody's there to get on the other end. King stepping through a defender. Oh, a dangerous moment there, but it was deflected free. Again, nicely done by the Oklahoma defense. Now the Cowgirls switch the play. Mitchell trying to cut it inside the defense. She's fouled. Oh, Hedden just lost it, but it was kicked out of play. Hedden a long throw. Finds DeFeeney. Knocked away. We got a free kick for Oklahoma State. This is in a little bit more of a dangerous spot, a better angle here. Referee not wasting any time getting things set up from that distance. King sends it in. Headed right back toward the spot. Still up in the air. Eventually brought down by Oklahoma, but right to the Cowgirls. Ben Boydell turning the corner on the defense. Able to keep it in play. And now knocked away. It'll be a throw. In toward King. Gathered by Oklahoma State. Long range effort is deflected. And that's kind of been a synopsis of the entirety of this game. And even those long range shots there was an Oklahoma defender close enough to get something on it. Sooners with some numbers here. Ahead up the right side to Kiefer, among the nation's leaders in goals this season. Already 1 assist tonight. That one deflected away. Ben Boydell with a minute to go. Headed back towards Ben Boydell over the near side. Oklahoma State with numbers, but Ben Boydell couldn't quite control that one. She'll leave it back for Pirati.
I think that just shows you the fine margins, the combination play, that pass, just the weight of it, not what it needed to be, and it really kills that attack. It's just been that kind of night for Oklahoma State.
.20 seconds remaining. Oklahoma hustling to get on the end of this 50-50 ball. It's deflected free. A player down for Oklahoma State. That's Brenna Rowlett making the late effort and getting dinged up in the process. And you can't fault either team for lack of effort if they're going for 50-50 balls like that with 9 seconds to go.
Rowlett's still down. I believe a yellow card was issued to Hollum. It's a dangerous challenge. Both players going in hard on the 50-50.
We can confirm that yellow card for Brenna Hollum. That is, what, the 5th yellow card of this game, I think? There were 3 in last year's Bedlam contest in Norman. Fourth yellow card of the game, excuse me. I think it is 5. I think there's one missing from the live stats. Oklahoma State will try to just fire one in here. With 9 seconds remaining, 2 goals is certainly unlikely, but they love to get one on the board. Headed away. And Oklahoma, for the first time since 2016, comes on the road to Stillwater and wins a Bedlam matchup. 2-0 over Oklahoma State tonight.
Well deserved from the Sooners. Came into a tough environment at Neil Patterson Stadium and did a nice job instilling their style of play. Great team effort, really committing to the system and putting up a couple of good goals and kind of continuing on and building on what appears to be a great trajectory for their season.
And that system you mentioned, everybody in the building knew that Oklahoma was going to use the high press over the course of this game. And I think what stands out to me, Anna, is that they're able to do that and keep that connection throughout the entirety of the game. There were really very few, if any, breakdowns over the course of that contest, even when they needed to get back on defense. What did you see from that perspective?
Yeah, I mean, you have to credit Matt Mott. I think that's something that this team, we saw multiple substitutions as well, and the intensity and level stayed the same. So you can tell his message, the system, for 90 minutes to maintain that, it's impressive. And they were productive in front of goal. They defended well. Head coach Matt Mott excited about the opportunity for their defense to be challenged. They stood up to the test. They walk away with a clean sheet and a win in Stillwater. Definitely a successful evening for the Sooners.
For Oklahoma State, you got to go on the road to an SEC opponent next. What do you need to do to respond?
A lot to take away from this game. I mean, there were moments in the first 2 games of the season where you felt like there was some good attacking opportunities that they created. They got 3 goals against SFA, but now against a solid Sooner team, you have an opportunity to see where your holes are. They expose some of those. Now a chance to fix it. It's early in the season. A lot of soccer left to be played. I think that was something that head coach Colin Carmichael mentioned midweek was, yes, it's Bedlam. Yes, there's a lot on the line, but it's a very long season. It's a good opportunity for them to see where they match up against a solid Oklahoma SEC team. And now it gives them an opportunity to make those corrections and continue to build on the season.
Oklahoma comes to Stillwater and wins a Bedlam soccer match for the first time since 2016 and has now won 2 in a row in the series as well. A physical one at Neil Patterson Stadium in Stillwater tonight. Several yellow cards handed out, even more fouls. But in the end, it's Oklahoma 2, Oklahoma State none. Thank you so much for tuning in to Big 12 Soccer tonight in Stillwater. For Anna Berghall, I'm Adam Hildebrand saying good night and God bless from Neil.